Sigiriya is a very wonderful creation that is full of mysteries. This story is about a side that we have not heard much about. Surya Gunasekara is someone who investigates the hidden history of Sri Lanka, including King Sigiriya and Ravana. Many books have been written in this regard. That gentleman had gone to Sigiriya when he was young, that is, in the 1960s, for a special expedition with another group of young people. There they have gone to have lunch at a small clay house overlooking the Sigiri. There was an old grandfather in the yard of that house. When the group came out after eating, they got into a conversation with that grandfather. When he found out that these people had come to look for Sigiriya. That is the way this story is told. You know, gentlemen, I was not blind before. This happened to me because I wanted to pay for a big sin. When I said this, the people were amazed. What happened, Grandpa? Tell the gentleman. I am HCP during Mr. Bell's time here in Sigiriya. There was a worker who helped in digging under him. I am the only one left of those who were there at that time. HCP Bell is the first archaeological commissioner of Ceylon. He is a British citizen. He is accused of having smuggled many antiquities of Ceylon to the British Museum. So the grandfather told that story that time. We dug in Sigiriya and went to the top of the rock. We found many surprising designs on the top of the rock. When the team was digging there, we were able to find a staircase. These stairs go from the top of the Sigiriya rock to the foot of the rock from inside the rock. Nothing can be seen about it. There are sleeping rooms on the stairs. We found many valuable artifacts in those rooms. Mr. Bell collected them all and brought them out. Then we were told to put concrete on the top of the stairs and cover the door completely. We were surprised, but we did as told. None of us who went to work after that day did well. Some got sick. The animal was beaten to death. I, who was like a tree and a stone, woke up one morning blinded like this. The grandfather who said this started to cry. Decide for yourself whether this story is true or not. But really, it is impossible to imagine that a king went up Sigiriya, sweated like we are going today, and went down a narrow staircase like that in the hot sun. A king must have a special route to travel quickly and easily, and as a king, Mr. Susira Udalamada, an engineer at Moratuwa University who investigated this, says that at that time there was a special elevator for the king to travel up. This is called Karkataka Yantralaya, because it has a shape and mechanism like a crab. At one end of the Sigiriya stone, a small track system like a ladder that goes up vertically and horizontally can be seen carved into the stone itself. This is said to move the gears of the Karkataka machine. Sigiriya Water Park is also unique. Its main doors are made to lift straight up. The large stones used for this purpose can still be seen today. Elephants are used to lift these big wooden gates. In the past, the water level of the Sigiriya Lake was located above the Sigiriya Watermelon and Water Garden. It also protected Sigiriya from enemies at that time. Because of this, under a very large water pressure, these water flowers may shoot water up very proudly. But later, when the area around Sigiriya started to be developed as a tourist area, Sigiriya Lake was filled up. Super hotels like Sigiriya Village are now located where Sigiriya Lake used to be. Today, Sigiriya Lake is a lake in name only. How water was brought to the top of Sigiriya rock is also a mystery. Some say that a water pumping technology has been used for this. But nowadays the investigators are of the opinion that a much simpler method has been used for this purpose. That is, Sansakti Bala. Those who have studied science know what cultural power is. That means the forces of attraction between particles of the same type. Van de Waal forces, as I recall. According to them, rain clouds are constantly attracted to the water ponds created on the top of the Sigiriya rock. The reason is that the water particles in the ponds at the top of Sigiriya and the water particles in the rain clouds are attracted to each other. There is another reason for using this method. That is, suppose that an enemy army suddenly invaded Sigiriya. If the water is brought to Sigiriya by a big pump, the enemies can destroy the pump or add poison to the water sources below and make the people on top of the rock helpless. But because of the culture power process that I described earlier, the crops on the top of the rock or their drinking water needs are safe from there. Self-sufficient.